Hi guys. So I want to make this audio about victim mentality just for those people who think that I'm kind of like those manifestation coaches. I'm not, and I'm gonna explain to you again why what are they telling you wrong and what's not true. So Abraham Hicks, Joe Dispenza, all sorts of people and their viewpoint. We're gonna talk about this. Neville Goddard. They all have some good ideas, some good points. So don't take this as me bashing them, not at all. But I'm going to talk about the toxicity in the manifestation community. So first of all, when I say victim mentality, it does indicate that you actually were a victim at some point. I'm never saying that you weren't. I'm not saying that you weren't, or that how you feel is not a product of something. It is absolutely. What the point is that if you just think about those bad events that happen to you and relive them and play them over and over again, or if you just have thoughts like, oh, nothing ever goes right for me, and you just feel really depressed and really low, your energy will be like that. And when your energy is like that, it's needy, it's desperate, it can't, your spell can't work. That's the most important thing. But just like in general, you will not be attracting really good things or good people. So that is what I mean. I do not mean that the stuff that they tell you. So let's talk about the toxic stuff in the manifestation community. So the problem is that number one, they tell you that you create your reality and that you're the sole creator of your reality. So this is not true. Okay. There are some things that are meant to happen. There are karmic contracts, there are fated things, and you are not really, you do influence it, absolutely, which is why we talk about energy so much. Your energy does influence how your life's gonna go. And there's, all sorts of stuff that we are not going to talk right now because they're too complicated. But they say that you're the only conscious being in your reality, and that everyone around you that people around you don't have free will, basically, and they're just puppets, and that you can just make them do whatever you want and make them think whatever you want. And then, if somebody abused you, if somebody was toxic to you, if somebody is a narcissist, they tell you that you created them to be like that, and they're not really like that. Um, which is not true. You didn't create them to be like that. They have free will. They are their own people. They are actually being just like you, and they have chosen to do those things. So the toxicity of the manifestation community is that they kind of try to make you believe that it's all kind of your fault, that you did it yourself, and that those people aren't really like that. So if you're dealing with an abuser, they tell you just to affirm, John loves me, John has changed, and blah blah blah. And then obviously you're just gonna get more abused, and you're gonna stay in a toxic relationship for longer because you expect this person to change. And even some horrible things can happen because abusers are very dangerous. So it's dangerous, it's toxic. Do not follow their advice, do not affirm stupid things, and do not stay in abusive relationships thinking that you have made them abusive and that you can change them. You haven't made them the way they are, and you can't change them. Okay, it's out of the question. That's not how life works, and don't believe that. Now, what you can do with affirming is reprogram your brain, and you don't reprogram your brain by repeating that someone who are not with is with you. That's only gonna make you more obsessed and more confused and more needy and more desperate and more low vibrational and more in victim mentality. What you need to work on with affirmations is your self-concept. So you have to find your limiting beliefs, the things that you have an issue with. You know, if, for example, you can't communicate your needs, so this is why all of your relationships fail. Or maybe you are very insecure, or something like that. You don't feel chosen, you don't feel enough. These are the most common things that limit us, these in love life, but also in general. So you have to look at the big picture, not just one area of your life. Like, find really where it started, when you were a kid, how you felt, what happened to you, those type of things. And then you work on those stuff. You work on yourself and on your self concept. You don't work on someone else, okay? Because you can't work on someone else. The only person you can work on is you, because the only person you can control is you. And you can control your emotions, and you can control how you feel about yourself, and you can control your vibration. You can't control others. You know, these coaches make you believe like you can actually control people by affirming that they do something, and that's not possible. Okay, I'm gonna be fully honest. I don't want anyone trying this or doing this, because it can be dangerous, like I said. So the only person you actually can control is yourself. And that's how things are. Do not attempt to do these things. If you already know that they don't work, they can't work, and that's just not how it is. And everybody has free will. That's why spells sometimes fail, because even though spells always work, they do depend on the free will, and they can't like force someone to do something they absolutely don't want to. So everyone has free will. Everyone has free will. Remember that. And the only person you can control is yourself. And you are not in control of yourself if you are in victim mentality. You are not in control of yourself, because your fears are controlling you, your limiting beliefs are controlling you. Other people are determining your mood. So other people are making you sad or angry or unhappy. You know, your mood, your whole mood, like for the whole week, you give you give control over your mood to your ex, for example. You're not in control of your mood. You're not doing anything fun for yourself. You're not having fun. You're not happy. You're not achieving anything, because your ex is controlling your mood. You are just sad and angry and disappointed and alone and left and all of that, those stuff. So take control over yourself. Don't try to affirm John loves me, John is back with me, John changes, John this, John that. Don't focus on that person so much. You have spell for that. I'm gonna focus on that person, okay? You focus just on you. So I hope that's clear. Thank you for listening.